Hey guys, K-Receive here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Doki rocket game from Yokai Watch. This is a game where you build a rocket and try to launch Usapion up into space. So this set includes several things: 8 rocket parts, 1 Usapion figure, 12 plates, and 1 song medal. So let's get started. So the first step to setting up the game is to build the rocket. It comes in these 8 pieces: 2 halves of the hull, the top of the rocket, the window for the hull, the main body, and 3 fins. This set also includes a sticker sheet, and you have to apply the stickers yourselves. And I'll point out what the stickers are. So the first step is to build the hull, which consists of these 2 halves. Each one has a black sticker that goes along the top rim. You just secure them together like this. Then take the window, snap it into place here, and close it up. Then take the top of the rocket and twist it into place like that. Next, take the completed hull, slide it over the body into some grooves at the bottom, and twist to secure in place. And for the body, you have all these white checkers as stickers, and then 4 stickers that go along the bottom booster, or the rocket booster. Now, one thing I'd actually recommend is that you unscrew these 3 screws, take this part off, and then apply the stickers, as trying to do this with this still attached is actually a little bit difficult, as you have to apply it from the top, and you can see it goes into this indented area, which does make it difficult to get the stickers to line up properly. Finally, take the 3 fins and pop them into place. And there you have the completed rocket. Next are the pieces you'll use to play the game. First is the Usapion figure. So, plastic-wise, the only color of plastic used here is this yellow. There is a little bit of paint for the face. There's gray for the ring around his face, blue for the majority of the face, a lighter blue for the muzzle, and a little bit of black for the nose. Everything else is stickers, so that includes the inner ears of the helmet, his 2 eyes, the mouth, the 2 buttons on the helmet, this marking on his chest, and the bottoms of his feet. Now, of note is that they give you a few options for the eyes and mouth sticker. So you can kind of choose whichever ones you want, though they don't really give you any kind of indicators of where you're supposed to place the eyes, so it might be a little bit tricky. Next, you have 12 plates divided into yellow and blue, 6 for each player. On the yellow plates, the way depicted are Fubuki Hime, Melamalayan, Hatsudenjin, Fusafusan, Unchikuma, and Atsugaru. Now, the first 5 are actually significant, as they tie into the whole theme of this rocket, which is that it's based on the initial story arc for Usapion, which was to build a rocket and try to go up into space. While Atsugaru is kind of an extra yokai that they fit in there. Then for the light blue plates, you have Jibanyan, Koma-san, Robonyan F-Type, Kyubi, Bushinyan, and Orochi, who are all important yokai from the show. And on the back of each plate, you have the Yokai Watch symbol. Admittedly, it was a little bit tricky to set up these on top of each other. Finally, you have the song medal, which is the Melamelion song medal. So you can see Melamelion there, holding a stand microphone, and there's a nice flame pattern around him. You have the pattern as well as the QR code on the back. So, to play the game, first you want to take the rocket, open up the front hatch, and take the Include Yokai medal and place it into this slot, and close it up. Then, take Usapion, place him on top, and press down to secure him in place, or so that he rests in place. Then, take the bottom of the rocket and rotate it a few times. This will randomize the game. So, this game plays similar to Pop-Up Pirate, but instead of trying to avoid popping up the figure, your goal is to be the first person to make Usapion fly out of the top. So, you take turns putting plates into the various slots. So, I'll show you an example. And there we go. Just like that, the game is over. Then, take out all the plates, and you can start again. Now, to give you an idea of how this works, the first thing to note is that if you take a look in here, see, a little part will come into view. This is the button that activates the spring. Now where the metal actually comes into play is that you need to have a metal in here to press this button, or else you can't push this part in and have Usapion in there. So when you put it in, that allows you to have this in and play the game. So while you technically don't need to use this specific metal for the game, you can use any metal, but you need to use a metal. And so with that in mind, let's see Usapion fly out one more time. And finally, you can use the Melamelion song medal with your Yokai Watch as long as you have it updated to at least version 5. So, let's give it a listen. And there we go. So overall, I really like how with this game they took a concept that's basically an entire kind of mini arc from the TV show revolving around Usapion and turned it into a fun game for kids to play. Now, obviously for collectors there is an exclusive song medal here, but besides that, I don't think this is a thing that teens or adults would get too much of a kick as much as little kids would. This is definitely more aimed at that younger fan base. But with that in mind, for any parents out there who have kids who are fans of Yokai Watch, but you feel like they might not be old enough to play the video games, then this is definitely something I can recommend, as you still have a lot of Yokai Watch characters, and it's definitely a fun game that kids would enjoy, what with the element of surprise and trying to see who can make Usipion fly up first. So in that aspect, I can definitely recommend it. But as for other audiences or demographics, it's a little bit more iffy. Still, for kids, this is definitely a fun game. Next time, I'll be reviewing the Cube Kirin and Cube Mogura from Duoger. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and or subscribe, and you can check me out on Facebook at facebook.com/krx50. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.